Okay, we're going to look at the Apollo Stakes, race 7 at Randwick on Saturday. Select field, Group 2 status, 1400 metres, weight for age. Likely to be run at a moderate tempo on the front end this race. This is the way that we've got the race rated. Fangirl on top 2.90, Lindemann 5.20, Militarised 7.8, Buckaroo 9, Cascadian 13.5, Navajo Peak 17, Think It Over 22 and Attractable 28. Market set to basically 100%. If we take a look at the betting market early, Fangirl rated 2.90 is unders at 2.25, but does look the logical winner of the race. The biggest query for Fangirl is probably going to be the pace scenario. If it's going to be able to run down Lindemann, which should get a fairly soft trip on the front end. Lindemann's a value angle, rated 5.20. They're going to bet 2.35 the place, 3 place dividends in the race, which is probably the best value. Well, it is the best value betting angle in the race at this early stage. Militarised rated 7.80, got it unders at 4.60. Buckaroo around the right price, 8.50. They're the realistic winning chances in the race. Others for the minors. Cascadian's about the right price, trading at 14. Navajo Peak at 17 is massive overs. Probably have a little nibble at it for the place. Think It Over 22 unders, and Attractable 28 goes around unders at 12.0 as well. So not a lot of advantage to be had in the race in general, but Lindemann at 9.50, 2.35 is a value angle in the race with no major confidence. Probably a place bet on Lindemann is the best angle, with a very minor nibble at Navajo Peak for the place as well at the huge odds. One thing that I'm always big about is backing horses when you can get similar odds of place as what I've got it rated to win. It's always been a good betting angle to exploit, following my previews. If we just go and take a quick look at the race, obviously Fangirl, the form's pretty well exposed. We know how good she is. She won the Winx last preparation over Princess Grace and Zaki. Then put in a peak rating, winning the King Charles over Mr. Brightside and My Oberon. Just a bit of a slight query over the true merit of that win and whether Mr. Brightside just wasn't at his best that day in the subsequent form coming out of the race. No doubt Fangirl's top class, but to have a 2.25 here does seem slightly short, even though we've got a top rated. The pace scenario here suggests that Lindemann is going to get a fairly soft trip on the front end, stalking Attractable. They ran 1-2 in a trial at Rhodes Hill latest with Navajo Peak, a wide margin back in third, good margins further back to the rest. Lindemann has promised a lot, didn't come up in the spring. Looks like he may be set to return to somewhere near his best form that he showed as a 3-year-old in the autumn of last year. Looks well placed here as a second top rated. Buckaroo is an interesting runner. He looks like he's acclimatised now after 2 runs in the spring. 7th to Fangirl, 5th to a Tissue in the McKinnon. The trial second to Tis Invincible on a heavy track was very good. Good margin back to Lazargo in third. Went to the line just as well as Tis Invincible that day. Given a real soft time of it, back down on the rail at his next trial behind Pericles and Griff. The one query I've got with Buckaroo is if he's just a wet tracker or he's better in the wet. But we'll find that out on Saturday. Around the right price. Navajo Peak, as I said, is one that is big overs here. Hit a peak rating, winning the Chelmsford over 1600 over Major Bill and Think It Over. That was a good win when it won at 40-1 that day. Didn't repeat that rating when stretching out into Kingston Town and the Metropolitan. But the 2 trials behind Alligator Blood and Lindemann suggest he's going to be ready first up from a spell. So at the $101 or $15 a place, it's just history can repeat itself. He may be able to run big again at another big price like he did in the Chelmsford. So not a lot of advantage to be had at the top, with Fangirl top rated 2.90 looking the likely winner. Unders at 2.25. The place angle on Lindemann, second top rated 5.20, goes around 9.5, 2.35 for the place. It's probably the best angle in the race. The big question is, will Fangirl be able to run down Lindemann, which is going to get first run in the stretch, stalking at tractable, and will look the winner somewhere. And it's if Fangirl has the ability to run Lindemann down, and if Militarise has the ability to run Lindemann down. But Militarise is unders at the 4.60. Happy to be playing Lindemann for the place as a major angle here. That's a preview for the Group 2 Apollo, race 7 at Randwick on Saturday. Thanks.